Hello again, travelers. We are here again talking about Jump Space. They have got a whole slew of awesome content coming for 2026 and content that I think will make Jump Space the co-op shooter of 2026. I'm super excited to talk about it and break it all down with you guys. Before that, my name is Vault Zero. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're super close. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that sub button. It really means a lot to me and help the channel out. So let's get into it. Right now, we are in Chapter 1, the Resistance Coalition. Currently, we have 9 mission types, 50 plus playable sectors, 4 unlockable galaxy regions with 2 ships, 26 ships components, 8 weapons, 16 ship enemies, as well as 11 ground enemies. I think that's a great amount of content to start out with when it comes to early access. I just made a video about my thoughts about early access in the state of jump ships just the other day. I've been playing a little bit more. I think a lot, I won't say a lot, some of my thoughts on jump space in its current state have changed, I think. There's been some subtle things that I've found in the game that kind of made me change my perspective. And I think if you have $20 and you're looking for a great game to play right now, Jump Space is definitely worth your time. Let's get into Chapter 2. And Chapter 2 is slated to launch in the first quarter of 2026. And it's an update that I am extremely excited about. It's going to be titled Atira Strikes Back. And for those of you guys who may not be aware, Atira is the home planet of our race, the Atiran, the characters that we play as. So that's an interesting title. Interesting title. I guess we're going to be taking more of an offensive towards the Legion. Excuse me. But we have a lot of fun things to look forward to in this update, starting off with endless mode slash modes. So we're going to be getting at least one endless mode and probably a couple, maybe 2 endless modes coming to the game in that first quarter. That's something that I'm really excited about. We're going to be getting text chat, highly recommended feature, or highly requested, excuse me. I think that's going to be big for the game. Voice chat's a big thing, and that's going to be coming up. We'll see here soon too. But I think text chat is an excellent start. I would love to see crossplay, cross platform. That's one thing that is really holding the game back right now. Is just the player pools on individual platforms are so small. I would really like to see crossplay implemented so that we can play with people on PC or PC players can play with people on Xbox, because that would really open the game up and give more possibilities to us to have bigger crews and not have to wait so long to find bigger crews. But we're also going to be given a new gun. Excited to see what that's going to be. Always welcome new weaponry into the game. We're going to be adding the hangar vendors. I know you guys have seen like the artifact vendors and things like that, so that you can get consumables and artifacts to gear up with before you go out into your missions. Kind of disappointed that's not there at launch. Right now, credits are pretty much useless. The materia ingots are really the only thing that really mean anything, that and materia. But nonetheless, hangar vendors coming soon. That's a very welcome change. Melee weapons as well. That is something I'm super excited for. Not saying I want this Star Warsy, but a plasma weapon would be pretty cool. Just saying. I do know for sure we're going to be getting some kind of like wrench that's going to go with the engineer suit. So I'd be curious to see what melee weapons we would get with the combat one and the explorer one, as well as the hazard protection or the hazard suit. It seems like they're gonna be kind of themed on the suits. I might make a short video in the future going into my kind of predictions about melee weapons. We're gonna be getting offline support, also huge for you solo players, um, myself included. I'm excited for that. Offline support. I don't think enough games have offline support, so definitely excited about that. The ship shield revamp. I'm interested in this because, admittedly, I don't have 100 hours put into the game. I don't really know how the shield's getting revamped. I haven't really experienced a ton of problems with the ship shield. I've had a couple bugs where I've tried to repair the ship shield and not been able to. Like it's damaged, but it won't let me put the repair kit down. But yeah, that's interesting. I don't know what their plans are for that. Interested to hear more. So then we're going to go to sector modifiers. That's going to be cool. I think anything, especially once you kind of get into the end game, you've been playing for that long. Excuse me. Uh, I'm excited to see that because by that point, us core players, we've been playing it for 4 months, 4 to 5 months. We're definitely going to be needing some in-game content and some extra challenges. Additionally, with that, we're getting a lobby browser again. I can't stress enough. I hope they bring crossplay to this. I don't see it on this write up, but that's not saying that it's not coming. The browser, I think, is going to help you kind of sort out where you want to play at and whatnot, kind of filter out what kind of crews you want to join. More sectors, that's going to be cool. We have 4 sectors right now, or 50 sectors, I'm sorry. We have 4 regions. We have, more places to explore is going to be cool. I do hope they kind of add more variety. I know that's hard once you start getting up there and in sectors and areas to explore. The big things we're looking at, even the biggest of all, we're going to be looking at the story expansion. Now, I was super, super critical of the story initially. I thought the story was extremely lacking. I'm still not a big fan of how it is portrayed slideshow wise. However, I've listened to some of the NPCs talk, and they've kind of lore dumped on me a little bit. And I've got to admit, I was like, this is fascinating stuff. For people who care about the lore, it's fascinating stuff. But I'm really excited about that. We're going to be getting a 3rd ship as well. Moving on from there, we're going to be getting the Buddy Bots improvements. That's another big thing. So you couple the Buddy Bot improvements with the offline support. That's really going to help those solo players. The Buddy Bot, one thing I really wish he would do, I think he performs kind of fine in combat. I just get I get tired of the repetitive dialogue. Maybe there's a way you can mute him. I don't know. We're going to be getting more components and artifacts, so that's going to be cool. More upgrades, more artifacts to find. That's going to be neat. Slide movement, finally. Can't tell you how many times I've been running and wanting to slide into cover, and I'm not even a Call of Duty player, but it's just been kind of instinctual. So I'm excited for that. Not a huge change, but still excited for it. We're going to be looking at some new enemies. Really, really excited about new enemies. I've been vocal that I don't think there's enough variety in terms of enemies. And again, going back to the lore, I kind of like been reading into like the Legion, the corrupted virus, and how that came to be. And there's not a whole lot of lore out right now, but it kind of leads to some speculation. And you look at, or you kind of like connect the dots, right? And you're like, man, I see what we're fighting now, and I see what kind of caused the virus. Really, really makes you wonder what else is out there that they could drum up for enemies, because they can get really creative, and I'm excited about it. We got photo mode coming. I'm excited about it. It's going to make making thumbnails really fun, as well as just creating some silly photos and some really cool photos for my gallery. Uh, we got new mission types. That's fun. That's exciting. And you guys let me know down in the comments what kind of mission types you guys would like to see in the game. I think the type that I've enjoyed the most so far is the freighter raid. That was a really fun. I'm not done. I hadn't got to the part where I joined the Resistance yet, but the freighter raid right before that was really fun. And last but not least, one of the biggest new things coming to the game is going to be the player trait system. And I'm a huge fan of this because right now I know it's supposed to be a roguelite at heart. But I'm not a huge fan of the fact that you can't really store items between missions, not that I've seen at least. So there's not a whole lot of progression outside of your ship from mission to mission. And I really look forward to this trait system because it's going to allow us to really feel a sense of progression as we do these missions. Because these missions take a long time. So as we do these missions and invest our time, we're really going to receive a return on that time spent. And I could not be more excited about it. Moving on from there, we look at Chapter 3, Secrets of the Telmari. This is probably the one I'm most excited about just from a lore perspective. But it's going to be launching also in 2026. I would imagine it's not going to be in Q1. It's going to be in, we're going to say, well, it does say in Q1, but we'll see. It says to be decided, but Q1. I would not be surprised if we saw this update in probably late summer, early fall. But we're going to be getting a new gun, more sectors, as well as something I am super excited for, first-person pilot view. So people like me who enjoy No Man's Sky and enjoy that first-person pilot view, this is going to be awesome. We're going to get a scanner revamp, which I think is something that's kind of overdue. I think the scanner revamp is something I'm excited for. It's a very slept-on feature, I feel like. We're getting new mission types as well, finally getting voice chat. We're going to be getting weapon variants. I think that's going to be something really cool, like new weapon skins, things like that. It's going to be interesting how they do the variants. But like I said, I really enjoy the weapons that are in the game. I just wish there was more of them. So more weapons, you can never go wrong with more loot. New enemies. By this point, I'm going to assume we're probably going to have 25, 30 different enemies that we're fighting on the ground, and probably about 30 or 40 in the air. So excited about that because you can never go wrong with enemy variation. That keeps the game fun. It keeps the game fresh. We're going to be getting ground bosses for the first time. This is going to be huge for Jump Space. I'm really excited about this, and I'm really excited to see what kind of rewards that we will be getting from these bosses. Most importantly, we're going to be getting a new ship as well as new story. And with a chapter called Secrets of the Telmari, one of the things that I am most interested in the lore so far as I'm uncovering it is the Telmari Empire. So this chapter being a story expansion is going to be something that I personally am super excited for. We have a secret or redacted additional feature that we're going to be getting, and I am honestly hoping it is something like raids. That would be really, really fun. It could be raids, it could be maybe cross-platform, cross-play would be better. And then you bring raids in down the line. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments. I'm just now thinking about it now that I say it out loud. Really, we need access to a bigger player pool before we implement something like raids. But finally, we don't have any information on it, but we do have the title. Chapter 4, it will be coming out at 2027, I assume. It just says to be decided, but I assume if you have both of these massive updates coming out in 2026, you're not going to have time for a third massive update until the following year. So I would say probably Q1 of 2027, if I had to guess. And it is going to be the Heart of Corruption. Overall, this game plan, this roadmap that they have put out for Jump Space, I think is a work of art. It makes me super excited to play the game. Yeah, I think it's going to take over 2026. I think it's going to be the game to play, the co-op shooter to play. I'm super excited for it. You guys, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the next video because I am going to be taking this channel in a lore direction when it comes to Jump Space. I am really excited for that. The very next video will be episode 1, and it will be titled Atira and the Coalition Resistance. We're going to be looking at what the new characters are about, our home planet of Atira, the Coalition itself, like the name suggests, and then we'll move on from there. We're going to be covering the Legion, the Corrupted Virus, the Telmari Empire. Super excited about that episode, and all things Jump Space. But if you guys want to stay in the loop about that, just like I said, sub to the channel. If you liked and enjoy the video or entertained, make sure you smash that like button. And thank you guys so much for watching again. I will catch you in the stars.